Mr. Young in foreign.
Kick to the gut!
Your podcast sucks!
Let's go. Let's do it. All right. How friggin' I can't even fake it, bro. I can't fake it. Like I was
It's
gonna
alright,
be
bro.
all like,
Come on, just
how
tell me how you really feel, bro.
how pumped. Okay, you know what? Before we start anything, chat. I know chat is very lively today. What's up, everybody in chat? I hope you're all doing well. Edison, Irvin, Jin Long, Jason, Rishi. I see all of you. Everyone's busy buzzing about Survivor Series. Initial reactions upon 10. Give me your score right now. Go ahead in chat. Give us your scores right now because we don't want to like sway your judgment. I want your initial raw, see what I did there? Raw reactions right now. In the meantime, of course, it is Mr. Young.
And it's foreign in the building.
What's up, my bro? What's up? Nazri, Najwan, also good to see you all as well. Okay, so first things first, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. Just hoping the internet is gonna stabilize.
Okay.
But yeah, Survivor Series has been a interesting watch, especially with no build, but a lot of stories coming out of it.
Yeah, no build is right. I think that was the running theme in chat for the past couple of minutes, right? There was so little build. It was hard to really get into a lot of it, and we will get into it in just a bit, but I'm seeing the numbers right now that are coming in. Jin Long says 6, Rishi says 6, Irvin says 7. Wow, 7. Very generous, man. Jason says 4.5. Yeah, you know, I actually tend to agree with a lot of you right now. Like initial gut feeling right now, I would give it a bare pass. There's a barely pass only. Yeah. What about yourself?
It kind of went with what I expected, but it still disappointed me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it didn't feel like a big four. Is that safe to say? It felt like a fucking, Payback or Great Balls of Fire or just one of your C pay-per-views. It didn't feel like a big four pay-per-view to me.
You know, it felt like what, bro?
What?
Bragging rights.
Yeah, exactly, right? Irvin says, for reference, Full Gear was 8.5. You know what, man? WWE should be very worried. This coming from the biggest WWE nut hugger, okay? You know, I love my WWE. I grew up with them, and just seeing where they're headed right now makes me very, very worried. Worried for the fact that they seem to not be able to produce a new star. And it shows because all the best matches were their stalwarts, were already stars. And there's no like new guy or girl sort of bursting onto the scene. I don't see it anyway.
I mean, we got to talk about Big E's performance as well. I mean, there was a couple of people that showed out, but you're right. Like for me, okay, I tell you some of the people that make me happy, like Randy Orton. I think just for the acknowledgement of how his longevity, apparently the most pay-per-view matches in history for anyone surpassing Kane. Like you said, Roman Reigns is already a bona fide star, so he's a draw. So we have to admit that.
Hey, bro, hold on. Is there like a fan blowing at your mic? I hear a lot of.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a little bit noisy, so.
I'm gonna be a little sweaty then I'll switch off the fan.
Okay. Sweaty foreign, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
sweaty foreign. Yeah.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so like a lot of the stars, like you say, were established. There was one, I think, kind of like a star-making performance. Austin Theory, I thought, did a really, really good job in his match.
Like, I mean, okay, they tried to highlight him. I think he's coming into his character, but he's still fresh and young. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
fresh meat baby face.
Yeah, you see the
heel. I mean,
yeah, you see the potential there, but it's not really quite there yet. Jason says, if WWE hasn't given me a reason to care, why should I care?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. Right now, AEW, like when you compare Full Gear to this, it's like every match at least had some sort of a build, gave me a reason to care. A lot of the match, I dare say 70% of matches on Survivor Series, it's like, okay, I could be taking a shit. I could be it just felt like there was a lot of toilet break, which is not good.
I mean, there's no reason to even watch the pre-show because what are they going to try to hide?
Fuck, bro.
There's nothing to hide, bro.
Can I? Oh my God. And we said this just now in chat. I want to say it right now because I might forget, right? I know they fucking, the Intercontinental / US title. They're like, a lot of people are like, maybe Nakamura and Priest are going to steal the show, right? The match was stolen and put onto the fucking pre-show. I didn't get to watch the match. And you know what they replaced it with? The Pizza Hut Battle Royal.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like, that is the most surprising thing. Like
Bro.
that is the most game or pre-hype show. Like if you want to have a pre-hype show, you should put that kind of match in
Bro,
the beginning, right?
You know why? It was the money, right? But you know what this also means? Pizza Hut is more important than your secondary titles. Your IC title, your US title, not as important as the Pizza Hut title. For fuck's sake, guys.
Bro,
what are we doing? What are we doing?
Clearly, Pizza Hut makes more money for WWE than the IC title and US title champions.
Oh,
Clearly.
that's so sad though.
You want to set a tone, for how this is such a commercialized pay-per-view.
Oh, fuck,
Bro,
yeah.
the opening hype package is just a trailer for Red Notice.
Look, it was very irritating to me because, first of all, I mean, we all love The Rock, right? Did you watch Red Notice?
I did.
Like, after watching Red Notice, I was like, yeah, it was good for a Netflix show, like free, right? Because I already paid for the Netflix.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay money to watch this in a cinema. I'm sorry, but no.
But it's weird because it has like the biggest stars.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think the problem is the fact that they were just relying that it's a star, but it wasn't really a good
Nope.
script.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. For those of you who haven't watched, spoiler alert, but okay, put your finger in your ear. But the swerve at the end, I was like, oh, okay, but it was a cool swerve, but also like I don't care, lor. Like it wasn't important,
Okay, like for example, Jumanji, right? Like I think it worked because, other than The Rock, like the story itself was interesting, compelling, and there were so many memorable characters. Like everyone, like kind of showed out in the movie.
Yeah.
But I think the problem with this one is like they try to play against type. Like they try to make Gal Gadot a villain.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we all of a sudden become movie reviewers,
Bro, we do everything on this podcast. Bro.
Okay, I have to say this, right? Last week, as you know, I was recovering from COVID. I am officially COVID-free, by the way. I'm
Congrats.
allowed
Put some
to...
applause, bro.
Oh,
Put some
yeah.
applause.
Hey, Salah, wrong one. No, wrong. I don't have the applause sound effect. No.
Okay, laughter for you recovering, bro.
I am allowed out back in the world, and I don't need to take ARTs anymore, which is, awesome.
Oh, okay. So you take ARTs every single day?
Yeah, I don't need to take ART now because I'm like resistant to the COVID. I'm stronger. Anyway, okay. Sidetrack, right?
Stonk.
Red Notice was just a very bland movie. I feel like Ryan Reynolds needs to take some time off to fix his back because he carried the whole goddamn movie. Right? I'm sorry, but The Rock, he can only act one type, and that's badass ass kicker, the Hobbs character. Every other role he tries to pull off, it feels fake. It feels forced.
I mean, like you talk about Ryan Reynolds, bro. I enjoyed his standalone movie on Disney Plus. Free Guy.
Yeah, Free Guy. Yes,
bro.
Free Guy is very good.
That was so like I don't know. I just think that even though people think Ryan Reynolds is just one type of character, he can only play Deadpool, right? I think he's so smart. Like he knows how to market it and make it.
But here's the thing, watching that Red Notice, you know what I felt? I felt like it was Ryan Reynolds going into overdrive to make up for the rest of his co-act. You know what I mean? Like he's doing extra just to like pull. And this is sad to say. Like, I mean, obviously The Rock is a mega multi-millionaire movie star, But he really only fits one type of role, unfortunately. Same with John Cena. And the funny thing is, that this week where I was laid out, right? I also watched Army of the Dead. I finally watched Army of the Dead.
Batista.
I'm like, fuck yeah, Batista, easy for me to say, is really the best of the bunch as far as an actor.
He is because how he approached going to Hollywood is different from the rest of them. You realize, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to pay his dues.
Yes.
He really started out doing shitty movies. Then he got his big break, his role as Drax. And then he refused to be pigeonholed, and he started doing all these like crazy other types of movies and intellectual properties like Dune freaking Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I mean, he is hobnobbing with like proper Oscar-winning directors, and The Rock, he just become his own brand.
Yeah, he went straight to the top and using name. His name status, that's it, name value, exactly. So good to see you, by the way.
Hello, so I wanted to just make the point that I think The Rock's trajectory, he was always going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
Or like Sylvester Stallone. Like his value is his name. Everyone else doesn't want to see him as anything else other than his name. If he was going to do like a Oscar drama right now, people were like, come on.
Yeah. Rishi says John Cena has a little range. When you mean little, do you mean like very, like, okay, where John Cena sits for me, his best role is comedic comedic lah, basically. Like when he tries to overact intensity, it comes across as fake to me. Like in Fast and Furious 9. I mean, he looked badass, but there wasn't much emoting because the second he emotes too much, it looks very forced. Whereas
but I do have to say in Suicide Squad, towards the end when he showed his like heel evil character, it was kind of menacing. Remember when he killed Joel Kinnaman's character? So I think with the right guidance, I think he can.
Like the Peacemaker was perfect for him. You know, he's like a big fat badass, but also a bit of a joke, a bit over the top, which is very fitting to his John Cena WWE character lah. So, oh my God, The Rock was good in Jungle Cruise. No. Bro, I disagree. I finally watched Jungle Cruise as well. My wife actually switched it on. I didn't want to watch it. Wife started watching it. I was watching it. I was like, the more it went on, I was like, this is so bad. And
so
both
it
of
made
us
Emma Blunt look bad lah.
No, it made Emma Blunt look like amazing because she's very good.
Yeah.
So I cannot. Anyway, sorry, we completely sidetracked and talked about acting.
Last question on this The Rock as actor situation. Do you realize one thing, bro?
What's that?
In every movie with The Rock, right, no one talks about the director. Do you realize something?
Because that's not important.
No, because he never works with A-list directors.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you mean The Rock working for Christopher Nolan or freaking like Martin Scorsese? You think they want to hire someone like The Rock?
Wow, shots fired. And then again, we've been firing so many shots. Hey, it's Rock 25. Okay, we've been talking shit about The Rock.
Sorry, we're supposed to talk about how great he is. Okay, sorry. Carry on.
Oh, Emily Blunt, what did we say?
No, we said that Emily Blunt is an amazing actress, but does he save the movie, or does being with The Rock drag her down?
I think the whole movie was a bit like yuck. Anyway, Shang-Chi is free on Disney Plus. Go watch that. Much better movie. Anyway. You know, super random.
For it, Mr. Young talking all about his week resting at home.
Let's talk. Hey, Tovakin, how are you doing, by the way? Let's talk about Survivor Series then. And
let's go.
Let's talk about the blandness that was. Okay, we you know what? Right from the start, right from the get-go, we mentioned that WWE seemed to have this huge problem promoting or creating new stars. So you had your first match and your last match being the best matches. They were all by established stars. I was a bit surprised that they started off the pay-per-view with this, but I guess it makes sense. Maybe Charlotte Flair really wanted to go home early. But it was Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair, Raw Women's Champ versus SmackDown Women's Champ. To me, this was the most well-built feud, only because these two already have history, and then plus you added on that little like backstage dirt sheet stuff, which, you know, at this point, I'm like, I feel like they're working the dirt sheets. What do you think?
I feel like they do have animosity with each other, but like all the best rivalries in WWE, you need to have a bit of a dislike, but it's not enough to derail a match. Like I feel like if you can have animosity towards each other and still deliver a great match, that's like the perfect combination to me. Yeah, so like for example, like The Rock and Triple H, there was like noted animosity that they both didn't like each other particularly, but that really fueled how they fought against each other. And of course, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart as example.
Yes.
Because I feel like if you hate someone too much, you wouldn't sell for the other person, right?
Yeah, you make them look bad on purpose.
Yes, so though I have to admit there is certain points in the match where I thought Charlotte Flair was doing that. We'll talk about it. I'll specifically point out a couple of parts. But yeah, what do you think about the match?
To me, this was the best match of the night. I know a lot of people really like Roman Reigns versus Big E, but to me, first of all, Becky Lynch came out looking fire as hell. Like, holy crap. Like, woo! Did you see the picture she posted on Instagram?
Bro, I was looking outfit and I was like, damn, she's straight fire.
Let me show everybody. If you don't know what I'm talking about, right? This is.
You're not gonna share it directly on your computer, right?
No. This is not me thirsting, okay? But this is what Becky posted on her own Instagram. See, I like.
Bro, now because of this, our YouTube video is under adult guidelines.
Hey, hello. What adult? It's just a little bit of meat. Like, oh wow,
it's
Becky,
a very Alexa Bliss outfit, you know what I mean?
Right. No, both her and Charlotte Flair were going for that same like underbutt. Is that a thing now? Underbutt? Anyway.
I don't know, bro. Don't ask me.
Rishi says he thinks it was a work.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the way the WWE
okay.
was so public about it. Yeah, to Foreign's point, I think it is a bit of a, like there's a hint of a shoot, but they make it into a work. Or the other way around, yeah.
Did anyone here on the chat watch like WWE's the Bill series?
The what?
You see?
What is the bill?
So they have this new show on the WWE Network, but they also have it on their YouTube page where like it's like, you know, like AEW have like the road to something something. So now they have this series called The Bill to, and then it's like it's like the main rivalry leading up to one of the main shows. So in this case, The Bill to Survivor Series was them highlighting Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch, but they did it in a very boxing promo kind of package, very UFC style, which I really like, and I think that did the best job. And I wish that was shown more on like the main shows on Raw, because it really like I felt like okay, now I felt hyped by just that 3-minute video had me more hyped than weeks of the build-up.
Right. The crowd was way behind Becky Lynch as well. So you had your immediate de facto face heel dynamic, like, even though technically they're both heels, right?
Yeah, it's so funny. Right? But then again, we never wanted to boo Becky Lynch when she returned.
I think we've talked about this before. Becky Lynch has reached that next level where she's neither heel nor face. No matter what she does, she'll be cheered because she's cool.
Yes. And I think no matter what, we all will hate Charlotte Flair, but she's hateable. Yeah.
She has all the perfect heel ingredients, plus the hint of, I may leave, or I'm too good for this shit. And it makes even especially the internet fans hate her. And whether she's working it or it's a shoot, it works for her character lah.
Yeah. But you know, can I just try and be more empathetic towards Charlotte Flair? Like, it must be really tough for her, because I know for a fact that she does want to live up to her dad's legacy. Or I think she surpassed it. Yeah. But no matter what, people will always not give her credit for the work that she's put in. Yeah. No matter what.
Well, I mean, it depends also on like this whole quote unquote attitude thing. If it's really, you know, what it is lah.
But if she become more attitudinal because how people treat her, I don't blame her.
True that.
I think a lot of, like, okay, for example, if the crowd and the audience has been shitting on her for so long, for her to have this hard age and become like antisocial towards everyone and be an asshole back, I think that's like normal human nature, right?
Yeah, then like, what does that say about John Cena?
John Cena is more of a man than anyone will ever give him credit for.
There you go. Miss Eva, it's good to see you. How are you doing?
Hey, are we getting new audiences on the chat?
Heck yeah. Welcome everybody. We're talking about Survivor Series. So like I said, this to me was the best match of the night. Started off the pay-per-view hot, literally, metaphorically, everything. I will say this. I don't know if you noticed this, but Pat McAfee was fucking annoying this pay-per-view.
That's the thing. I feel like
he's overdoing.
Pat McAfee always rides that lightning bolt. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like him being annoying is sometimes gives the injection of like freshness to the commentary. But maybe a lot of people have been complimenting him a lot, and he's really going full out.
Yeah, and now he's crossed the line into, okay, what the hell are you even saying? It almost feels like sometimes his co-commentators are like, what the fuck? Like annoyed. Almost like, you know, do you remember when Booker T was one of the commentators and the commentators were, what the fuck are you talking? You know, they had moments like that.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
So yeah, I think he might have to dial it down just a hair. The thing is, I noticed, because they mix and match all the commentators, right? Yeah. Like all of us, like it was very obvious to me. Jimmy Smits and Pat McAfee stood out like a sore thumb. No, Byron was actually really like, I actually appreciated Byron after you had this pairing of Jimmy Smits, Byron Saxton, and Pat McAfee. I was like, whoa, Byron Saxton is the one who actually sounds like he's controlling things, or like the stable one. Whereas Jimmy Smits, he's still trying to find his voice. He's not like fucking Adnan Vert, terrible, but he's not really there yet. You know what I mean?
But Jimmy Smith has the potential to be like Mauro Ronaldo, in my opinion.
Yes.
I feel he has the personality, and like the audience does trust his legit background, you know, and commentary. But I think the problem with Pat McAfee is that he is a bit too much trying to interject or impart his own brand into the comedy. Does that make sense?
Rishi brings up a very good point. It's such a WWE thing to do. You do one thing well, and then they double down on it until it sucks. That could be it. You could have Vince. McAfee, it could be Vince McMahon in the back loving what he's doing. It's like, do more. Give me more. You know how Vince will be. Also, Fias Grinder, it's good to see you, my man. How are you?
Hello, yes. Okay.
Survivor Series was so meh, he says, besides the main event, the first and the last match. Agree with you 100%. Go.
I hear from a couple of people that the only reason they want to watch Survivor Series or is so that they can hang out on this podcast and shit about it. I heard from the grapevine.
I hate going big already.
That's it.
Anyway, so to me, the commentating on this pay-per-view made me appreciate Byron Saxton and Corey Graves and Michael Cole so much more. Like Corey Graves, to me, is the one that is really pulling the narrative towards, all right, let's talk about what's going on, except for when Carmella comes out, but that one, okay lah, you know?
I mean, he had to be a bit more partial lah at that point in time.
Yeah.
but let me say, like, and you also said before, like, he's the best modern day commentator. I think the great thing about heel Corey Graves, I mean Corey Graves in general, remember when he was healing it up, he also found it a bit annoying as well, but I think now he has found the perfect groove where he can still show a bit of that heel tendencies or partials to the heel, but as well as that sense of objectivity.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, except for when it comes to his own girlfriend lah. Then that one he's all in. But I get it lah. You know,
okay,
hey,
I
would overhype too if Carmella. Like, whoa.
Quick question, bro.
Sure.
Who has the better stable of commentators there, WWE or AEW?
WWE for sure. Like I know a lot of people are AEW. No. To me, Corey Graves. You give me one Corey Graves versus. Ooh, maybe Taz. Corey Graves and Taz. Oh my god, that would be like dream team.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Corey Graves and Taz will really bounce off well with each other. I think both of them will respect each other.
I'm trying to like think of I love Chris Jericho. No, he's not. He's overdoing it.
No, he's
on
not.
Commentary. Ricky Starks is like, why is he even on commentary?
He is not a commentator for sure.
No, he's a good heel like promo guy, but commentator no. JR needs to take a break and recover because he has like some skin cancer issues, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell his heart is not in it already, and the guy is sick. I don't know if it's a thing of like he needs this to distract him, but I feel like it shows in the commentary. And Shivani has gotten worse. I swear, it sounds like he's just repeating and saying things that's happening on the screen, a little bit like Pat McAfee, which is very fucking annoying.
A lot of criticism towards Tony Schiavone very recently. I think Jim Cornette also as well. Like he left the business for 20 years. So when he was never really a long lifer in wrestling, right?
Yeah.
And when he got back, he was given an opportunity by Tony Khan. He was like he was grateful, and at first I was very happy to see him back, and he was doing so many things for them. He was doing interviews, he was commentating backstage stuff. But I feel like he has reached a point where, because there is not professionalism in AEW, I mean perceived lah from what I see, that he kind of like is taking it easy lah, and you can tell like since when, right, bro, commentators openly shit on the heels.
Yeah, exactly.
They can't. They have to remain impartial.
What a dipshit! Like, what the fuck, bro? Relax, bro. Why are you like when he calls MJF? I get it that he's trying. Like, MJF is the ultimate heel, but like, come on, man. Like, even JR, I feel, is taken aback sometimes. Like, whoa, what the fuck? And like, I don't know. It feels like he has nothing to say, so he just shouts random things like that has happened or that Excalibur has called already.
Yeah,
and then he would just repeat it. Oh, he did it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. You want to sound like you're there, you know? And Pat McAfee does the same thing once in a while also.
I feel like you said, I know they're trying to put a lot of their bandwagon behind Excalibur. Excalibur has shown improvement, let's be fair and be honest. But the problem with Excalibur is he sometimes nerd out too much.
Yeah. No, I mean, but there's nothing wrong with that. And that crowd loves it. That crowd appreciates it, so there's nothing wrong. If he's balanced out by someone like a Taz or what. Like, actually, to me, AEW's dream team, best combination would be Taz and Excalibur. That's it. You don't need any more.
Clean. Two people, two mentees. Bring back those two mentees, man.
Yeah, unless you have JR as the grizzled veteran that's a bit salty. Okay lah, fine. I'll give that combination.
I feel like JR and Tony Schiavone are doing too much of the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Of the same thing! This is my Schiavone. Go.
Okay. Yes, bro. Correct.
Yes, bro!
No,
Sing!
Do you agree that all of them are trying to be the lead commentator? No one's trying to be the analyst.
No one's trying to be the analyst.
Correct.
Correct. That's why he fucking win. Oh.
Okay, this podcast is going to be 4 hours long because everything that's going to be discussed is going to be times 2.
Times 2. Okay. Sorry. I'm just a little. I'm excited because I'm full of energy again. I don't have the COVID anymore, so I have a lot of energy to give out.
Are you going to be able to get out of the house? Have you left the house yet?
Yeah. No, I went out yesterday. Yesterday, 12 noon, I was released from my cage. Anyway,
Nice.
I apologize to chat for the extra energy. Irvin says Wade Barrett is better than everyone in AEW.
Ooh, we never even talk about the NXT commentators.
Okay lah, maybe not. Like I would still pick Taz over Wade, but that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, come on, let's see who else. Oh, who's the guy beside him? The a bit bland looking guy, but I think he did good job. Is it Vic Joseph?
Vic Joseph, he's not bad. Yes, Beth Phoenix has really come into her own as well. She's evolved. The NXT actually announced crew is very good. It's just too bad the NXT show is horse shit now.
So why not they just kick out Tony Schiavone and bring in Tom Phillips? I mean, he's free, right?
Oh yeah, what's Tom Phillips doing?
No idea, man. But I gotta check out on him soon.
Okay, you know it's bad. You know Survivor Series was bad when you're like talking about other shit. Let's get back.
I'm sorry, apologize to chat. I think let's go back to the review.
Yeah. Becky Lynch looking insane. It was it started out as a fight. Like, you could tell the animosity. They really sold it. It was like a fight that broke out into a wrestling match.
It's the opposite of what usually happens.
Yeah, which I didn't mind. And then there was like this weird roll-up finish. Like Charlotte tried to cheat, but Becky out-cheated her. So yeah, cool. I liked it. Great match.
One thing, like I said, like some of them showed a bit of heel tendency. A bit of shoot tendencies was, there is one part where Becky tried to go up to do a leg drop.
Yeah. And
she stepped over Charlotte, and Charlotte actually held her leg.
Oh.
And then do you see how he like literally stomped a mud hole in her ass?
Yep.
that you can't fake that shit, bro.
Well, I don't know why the common denominator here is Charlotte, because the last time that happened was with Nia Jax, remember?
Yeah.
Charlotte's getting salty. Maybe these rumors are true. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yes, let's move on. We just finished the first match, bro.
That was the best match, really. It's all downhill from here, people. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Kevin so he's proving the fans right by just walking out.
Yeah.
What did you think of that development?
I mean, Kevin Steen incoming 2022. Let's go.
In AEW, right?
Okay, like I was actually quite surprised that this match was the second on the card. Honestly, I was like, why are you like front loading all your so-called tentpole matches so fast?
But is this really a tentpole match? Is it?
Even without the hype, the traditional men's Survivor Series elimination match should be a featured spot.
And you notice, the two traditional Survivor Series matches were in the shit spots. It was the after the first match toilet break and the before main event toilet break.
Weird, huh? Weird.
Well, it goes to show the Survivor Series match has become like the TLC or the Elimination Chamber. It's there for the sake of being there and not there to support a feud or several feuds.
I mean, okay, even with that, so many conditions going like against them, I felt like I was very surprised by who were the final two.
Yeah, sure.
And who was highlighted in the matches. Like, you had people like Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, all more or less taking up spaces instead of being the main story of the match.
Well, I guess, first of all, we already know they've already had their moment in the sun to shine. In a way, like, they were champions and they still want to keep them strong, so they counted them out. I was like, oh, okay, I get what's going on.
So
right?
They all cancelled out based on that.
Okay, ultimately, it just felt like this match was there to have a match, and that's it. There was no ramifications. There was no. It was a vegetarian match. I did not like it.
Vegetarian, huh? Okay,
No stakes.
Despite like the shit that WWE has been treating Jeff Hardy, the crowd says otherwise, bro.
Yeah, I was actually very surprised, and this was a very good crowd, by the way. They were popping at stuff. They were like, "This is awesome." I freaking appreciated this crowd. Sometimes you get shit crowds. A good crowd makes a card better, but. Unfortunately, the card wasn't that great to begin with. But yeah, they were cheering the hell out of Jeff Hardy. The problem is, I can't... Oh, that's a very good point Irvin just brought up, by the way. Consequences can't carry forward because this is a one-off brand versus brand. Well, then they should have been promoting brand versus brand because none of this felt like brand. Like, once again, no stakes. So who was it who put out that if just give it so that like the people who survive, the sole survivors get a better draw in the Royal Rumble, or give
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods, there you go. Give some sort of benefit. Like, make it so that if Team Raw wins, Raw superstars get the first 15 draws in Royal Rumble, or the last 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like if I think another great idea I heard was like, okay, whichever team wins, every single member will have a shot at the title in the next few weeks. So like they have to do like a gauntlet match for the champion.
Yeah, you see, well, I mean, here's the thing: there are 1,000,001 ways to create this like stakes, but the WWE has been so lazy. Can we agree? Their story writing has been so lazy.
They are so lazy. And you know what's the worst part? I was listening to and watching all the videos that was so-called hyping up the event, right? So they had like BT Sports, Ariel Helwani interviewed Paul Heyman, interviewed Becky Lynch, and then like you had like BT Sports, I think like all these people from England interviewing Big E, and then Big E went on Complex. Like they had really great promotional spots. Like they appeared on Jimmy Fallon, appeared on Stephen Colbert. But then, like, no one gave a shit because, like, I give you two examples, right? Roman Reigns appeared on Jimmy Fallon. It was a one-on-one interview. They love Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns actually grown into his own and he comes across very confident on the show. If I was like a casual fan, I was like, hey, this guy looks cool. I will check him out. Like, he did a great job. And when I was looking at the comments, like, a lot of girls was just saying he was hot. Okay. So that's good. But Stephen Colbert, they did like a segment. They had like staff members from Stephen Colbert ask random questions to the WWE superstars, and it was in front of a live audience. No one reacted to anyone. Like Randy Orton was in it, and Randy Orton was the one that got like the mildest pop. Like it's more of like a recognition. But they came across as so lame and bland, and like I just felt so bad because like this is supposed to be the top stars in WWE, but no one in the mainstream knows anything about that.
Nope, they have not been able to build mainstream stars that they can market, and this is a problem. This is a huge problem. Chad is talking about Jeff Hardy right now, and Rishi mentions he can't get behind Jeff Hardy. He needs to move on. He's had his time. You know what? As much as I hate to agree, I will agree, and I will add that he looked like shit this match. Like he's off. Like maybe because I grew up watching Jeff Hardy, Team Extreme. He was doing all the cool moves and stuff. Now all his moves seem lame and sloppy and slow.
I mean, the fact that he's even doing any of this at his age, I think is still amazing. But you're right. Like, if you can't give us what everyone expects Jeff Hardy to do, then don't do it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, right, with a lot of these guys those that have stood the test of time, they transition to becoming characters. Like, Chris Jericho cannot do his Lionheart stuff anymore, so he's a larger-than-life character. So there's something else to look forward to, right? Like in the ring, I mean, look at who you had in the ring. You had Seth, you had Finn, you had Austin Theory, you had Woods, you had like so many people who are way more athletic. Jeff just seemed one step too slow in this whole match, even though the crowd still loves him. Like when it was him versus Seth, I was like, wow, boring. Like
you know it's gonna be Seth winning. Come on, that's when it was very obvious. But like I said, in terms of the positives, I really like how Austin Theory was featured in the match, and you know WWE has like, okay, they really want to push Austin Theory and put him in prominent positions. But one thing I have to say is he comes across as pre-evolution Randy Orton.
Oh yeah, sure, like super full of himself, but still green, a little bit awkward.
Remember the RKO News, RNN News, Randy News Network. Yeah, that kind of cocky heel. You know he got something there, but maybe he just needs to be put in the right spot or in a place to shine. But everything about him, like you know that there is a great potential there.
Right. King Woods, do you think they heard his hype going into this when he got destroyed?
Yeah, so the whole thing that went down with Roman Reigns was, I mean, unfortunate, but I guess they played to the fact that meant a lot to him for him to be the king, blah blah blah. I wish he didn't come across, like he didn't, that whatever happened on Friday didn't matter, because when he went to Survivor Series, he didn't have the crown, but he was still dressing up as a king and still like being happy and all that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
was like, where's the continuity, you know?
Yeah, there was no real mention. Like, I don't know if they also mentioned it during the Big E. It felt like he was used as a prop to make the Big E Roman Reigns feud more, like, you know, more happening lah. It felt like they used him as a prop, unfortunately.
Yes.
You know, but he did well in the match. I think he had his moments as well.
I would say, why not put Woods in that final spot instead of Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, why not, right? I think that would have been amazing.
It would have made more sense, and there would have been a reason for him to like still salvage whatever momentum that he lost on Friday.
Well, it is what it is. And then we had Happy Corbin who was in the match, and let's not
Are
talk
you
about
surprised that Team Raw actually got the victory though?
No, actually, I don't care. Here's the thing.
You don't care enough,
it doesn't make a difference. I don't give a flying fuck if Raw won this 5-0, SmackDown wins it 3-0. What, like it doesn't matter at all. So what? Seth, okay, so now Seth has another thing to boast about. But he would have gotten over with his character regardless of this.
We are jumping the gun here a bit, but do you realize that Raw won the majority of the matches, and it's almost as if WWE is like, okay, we need to rehabilitate Raw's brand a bit lah. Right?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Yo, Shadow, what's up, dude? It's good to see you. How are you? Okay, let's move on. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on it because we still have to talk about the releases, which we will get to in a bit. Now we have The Rock's 25th anniversary 25-man dual-branded Battle Royal, aka the Pizza Hut Cup.
AKA something that should have been on a pre-show.
AKA, why are you sullying The Rock's name here? Like, I don't even want to talk about this fucking pile of horse shit. Okay, I get that Pizza Hut paid money. I get sponsorship. Like, I mean, the whole pay-per-view was sponsored by Red Notice, for fuck's sakes, right?
Yeah.
But the idea, this is lazy writing. Again, lazy script writing.
Lazy booking.
What? You win. So what do you get when you win this? Do you
Pizza Hut lah.
Pizza? Oh, you get free pizza. They didn't even say if you got like lifetime free pizza. At least there's something to fight for. Like, I guess, but they didn't even say anything. They just brought out pizza. Okay.
The weirdest thing is, right, Montez Ford at the end of the match throwing pizza into the crowd. First of all, right, who would actually eat pizza that is thrown onto the crowd if it falls to the floor?
It's for fun. I hope it was prop pizza, to be honest.
Oh no, I don't think it's real pizza. People are going to be eating it from their hands.
Oh, bro. No. People will be putting in a Ziploc bag, selling it on eBay. Pizza thrown by Montez Ford. No, but like, okay. You have a match. It's for The Rock. Did it. Yeah. We did it for The Rock. Fuck off. Like, do you become The Rock's best friend? Are you the next Rock? I guess that's kind of what they're trying to say, right? But and it's a dual branded battle royal, so you had people in different Raw and SmackDown outfits, but you got Raw guys throwing Raw guys out, you got SmackDown guys throwing SmackDown. So what's the fucking point?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it was it should have just been like Raw versus SmackDown. If whichever team managed to throw out the other team, the remaining team, no matter who the members are, they win it from Team Raw.
Yeah,
that would have made more sense, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or once again, there were no stakes. There were pizzas, but there were no stakes.
First of all, I have to take offense the fact that it's a Rock team battle royal, right? Why isn't it not sponsored by pie? Where's my Poontang pie?
To be fair, in the States, they also call the pizza a pie.
I mean, that is a bit technicality right there.
Pizza pie. It's a pizza pie. Pizza. Oh, wrong brand of pizza. Yeah, but I mean, this was obviously a way to throw everybody in there and, highlight Omos.
Yeah, but like, I guess they're trying to highlight Omos. But that's the thing, bro. Has Omos impressed you enough?
No, absolutely not.
I feel like, even though yes, they're trying their best to highlight, AJ Styles is trying his utter best. But I think even if you pair AJ Styles with Great Khali, right? Great Khali is not going to be the best.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
I'm very worried for them, because they have all their monsters who are underperforming. The three monsters were Omos, Shanky, and Dabaketo, aka Commander Aziz.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they don't come across as intimidating. Like, I want Braun Strowman back.
Yeah, and they fired their best monsters. They fired their Braun Strowman. They fired their Bronson Reeds. Like people who actually work.
Yeah. And who look intimidating. Like, and then you give, I don't know what it is about Omos, but you're right. There's maybe his facials, he's not acting, like, you know. Like
he looked too much like Romelu Lukaku, bro. He looked like the Chelsea striker, that's why. Stuff, bro.
They want to highlight those who haven't been released yet. Oh, God. Well, I mean, they are going to get released soon if they don't back up because there's no stars in this.
Bro, no, that's the thing. My heart broke when you said that because like you had AJ Styles in the match, we had Cesaro, and all these people they just haven't been pushed for. You're like, hey, bro, what has AJ Styles been doing ever since he beat or he lost to Undertaker in that Boneyard match?
He's relegated, not relegated. He's there to be the veteran that puts younger talent, teaches younger talent. I get that you need that. You need your Dolph Ziggler's, your Robert Roods.
But then, if you think about it, would you make Shawn Michaels do that? No, what? Like Shawn Michaels was a veteran, but you still kept him in a featured spot. You still kept him at his star shining brightly. So that if like a young guy beats a Shawn Michaels, it makes a lot of sense. So why not keep AJ Styles in that Shawn Michaels spot?
I don't know. I mean, it's clear that he seems to be a WWE lifer. Like, I don't think we're going to see, AJ Styles get released. But I also don't think he'll be in a main event spot anytime soon. He's just going to be there to hopefully get Omos over. And it's not happening. He did mention that this is his last contract. So, I appreciate what he's trying to do, building up the next generation. But like, choose a better guy to build up. Well, here's the thing. The last two, it was Omos and Ricochet. I was like, oh my God, are they finally going to give Ricochet a shot? And then, nope, yoink, out he goes.
Interestingly enough, Ricochet did get a lot of support from the audience. So the people do want to see Ricochet succeed.
I mean, he's been there long enough. Like, I know, he's just not that great on the mic, But he could be such a good baby face if you book him right.
I think, right, at this point, he should have surpassed Rey Mysterio as like the main high flyer. Like, if people from this generation watch wrestling, they want to watch a high flyer, they will be thinking of so-called Ricochet. Like, he's a superhero. And he can do all these crazy things for real. They should highlight him that way.
Wait, speaking of Rey, were the Mysterios in this match? Were they anywhere?
No, bro, they got taken out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, and that's the other thing. Oh my God, that's the other thing. Why are Johnny Sins and Sonya Deville so fucking invested in this Survivor Series? We need to have the best team. They've been going on and replacing people, but they're doing it on both sides. They both look after both teams.
I know, it doesn't make sense.
Like, okay, I ask WWE is to give me something that makes sense. If you just give me one scene, fucking 10 seconds, Vince McMahon. Okay, Johnny Sins, you make sure Raw does well. Sonya Deville, you make sure SmackDown does well. Done. You're done. So each one gets assigned one brand and they do their tweaking. That's fine. No, they jump on both sides. I want to take here. Oh, Aaliyah, you won your match, but you're out of the match. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, bro, we have gotten this long into the podcast, this deep into the podcast, without mentioning one very, very important figure that appeared on Survivor Series, bro.
Oh, yeah, Vince himself.
Yeah, what the fuck was all about?
With the $100 million egg from Red Notice. And the whole storyline was somebody stole it. Okay. And now all the wrestlers will be summoned to Raw. So all the wrestlers are going to be on Raw.
Okay, so here are my 2 cents worth on this $100 million egg storyline, okay? Do you realize, bro, that everything that worked from Vince McMahon back in the late 90s, early 2000s, just completely so jarring in tone compared to the rest of his product now. Because he came in his limo, typical Vince. He go out, everyone cheer for him, and then he hams it up for the camera. He had that whole thing with conversation with Roman Reigns backstage, seeming to hint about like a possibility with being against The Rock. So I like all that. But the thing is, like, Vince McMahon is this over-the-top, very aloof character, doesn't work in the current climate because he built such a desensitized, like, everyone's like very bland. Then suddenly he's this over-the-top guy. It's like, doesn't make sense. He's like a crazy old man.
Well, I mean,
Literally.
he is. Well, maybe that's what he is. He's playing off the crazy old man thing. I get that they're working with Red Notice. They want to, skew it. So it's like the plot of the movie, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's like, excellent, says Toverkin. So
The only jokes I appreciated was all the Thanksgiving gobbledygooker jokes that came out.
yeah, Corey Graves brought up something like, something about an egg show. The last time an egg showed up in Survivor Series, nothing good happened. I.e., Survivor, like the gobbledygooker. I appreciated the history there, lah. But that being said, it's like, okay, I guess we have something to look forward to on Raw if all of SmackDown is going to be there as well.
I just felt like, I don't know, okay, you guys remember that last year was Undertaker's last Survivor Series, right? And even the way they kind of highlighted or paid tribute to him was so much better than what they did for The Rock. Like, if they know they can't get The Rock on the show, they know they can't even get him for a promo, right?
Yeah.
Just do what you did, like they just share his greatest moments. Okay, promote his movie, blah blah blah, but it shouldn't take up like it felt like there was too much mention of The Rock and there wasn't any payoff.
Yep. Like if The Rock fucking showed up, then yes. Let's go, right?
Okay, but if you guys want to pay tribute to The Rock, I suggest you guys go watch Ruthless Aggression Season 2 premiere. Just came out today. Hollywood Rock. A look into Hollywood Rock. That should be very, very fun.
Actually, it's very sad, lah. They shouldn't have put this. You know why, right?
Why?
You are going to watch that, you're going to be like, holy fuck, the standard was so much better last time.
Yeah.
You will compare. And then you'll be like, fuck, the standard we have now, like Survivor Series, just not interesting.
Bro, the 3 new shows that's premiering this weekend on WWE Network, out of all the 3, right, the one I want to watch more, it's still Broken Skull Session with Jeff Hardy and The Rock's new, Hollywood Rock on Ruthless Aggression.
Right.
Like, Survivor Series is like way at the bottom.
Toverkin says a theory is that the egg was a tribute to the gobbledygooker. Sure, that's fine. And, obviously the egg is a prop from the movie Red Notice, correct? So you have a bit of a movie tie-in, sponsor tie-in there. But now you're using it as a plot point to have SmackDown show up on Raw. So to boost a rating, I guess, because they are scared. And don't give me some fucking bullshit like, since SmackDown is here, we're going to have cross-branded fights.
What?
Fights? I guarantee you there will be cross-branded fights on Raw, lah. Thus making the whole brand split not special anymore. Survivor Series is supposed to be one night.
Yeah, and the whole point of Survivor Series like null and void.
Relax.
Let's talk about positive things.
Okay.
Before we go over to the next match, can we just mention very, very briefly the announcement on all the new features for WWE 2K?
Oh, yes, 2K22. I'll be playing that on my Twitch channel, by the way. Cheap plug, Mr. Young98 on Twitch.
Preview.
March is going to be a big month. Next March, I think I might have to take leave and just fucking play games because Elden Ring is going to be out. Marvel's Midnight Suns is going to be out. And
holy shit.
WWE 2K. Excuse me, I didn't sneeze. WWE 2K22. GM mode, create a faction mode. They look like they're stacking it, but here's the thing. I hope they fix the engine. That was the main problem. The modes are great, they're cool, but if the main building blocks are not there, if the matches are glitchy, then it's no point already.
Wait, first of all, is it still the same publisher, the same guy people shitted on 2220?
From what I've heard, they have revamped the entire engine.
Okay, so it's the new people.
Yeah. It is. It's not the THQ is working with is working with what? AEW,
right? Yeah, that's true. Okay, but like, of course, the most exciting announcement that me personally, that I'm invested on is my GM mode. As long as they make it similar to the old games where they give you let you be in charge of a brand, let you give you a budget, choose the roster, all those kind of crazy awesome things. I'm down because I'm a huge football manager fan. I love career mode. So I love when you are in the role of like the manager, the role of like the commissioner, and you get to create this. This will be amazing for me, lah.
Can you imagine they do a GM mode and then they give you the option of creating the GM character itself, and then you become Can you become like, like fucking you get involved in matches? You be like the booker slash like, what's his face?
Can I
Tony
call
Khan.
my GM Tony Khan?
No, then you have to put in cheat code to have billions and billions, infinite money if you want to be Tony Khan.
The best meme I got from that announcement is that, can we create a My Release segment?
Oh, fuck.
Create your own third promotion with all your release superstars. Let's go.
Okay, anyway, talking about released. Actually, no lah. The next batch, they don't seem to be going anywhere soon. They had a good tag team match, but at the end of the day, no stakes.
Yes,
I
no
guess
stakes.
if you want to say the draw was SmackDown versus Raw, I guess you could say that. But personally, I didn't feel it. RK Bro versus the Usos, and RK Bro won.
Yeah, I mean, okay. To be honest, even without the stakes, even if this was essentially an exhibition match, but I genuinely love both tag teams.
Yeah.
Like in a promotion where tag teams are not highlighted at all, these two are the most over tag teams they have, and they are literally over. Like, I would put them on the I would love to see Team Arcade Bro fight someone from AEW, because I think they will really do a good representation of WWE.
Right.
Jimmy Uso, of course, tag team specialist. And I think what I like about this match was they seem to have Team Arcade Bro. They seem to have their routine perfected. Like, they know that they're gonna let Riddle play the babyface in peril. Randy Orton will come in and save the day. And Randy Orton's matches is very show-stopping, like very highlight reel. You want to watch him for how is he gonna do up his RKO, right?
Yeah.
Can we talk about his longevity though?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like what? I think the number that I got was apparently he has surpassed Kane and had 170 pay-per-view matches in history. 170, bro. That is like over 20 years.
Incredible.
Come on, man.
And remember, like, he was supposed to be that guy who was unreliable at one point.
He was supposed to be the young guy in the roster.
Yeah. Young punk, and but now he's become this like stalwart of the WWE.
Somebody said to me on DM saying that the only person from the Attitude Era that's still left in the company is really enough only Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that's true.
And the only person left from the Ruthless Aggression Era is Randy Orton.
Oh, okay.
So for the longest time, we've always thought of them as the young guys. Remember, we always thought Randy Orton is a young guy fighting Triple H. Jeff Hardy is always the young guy. Now they're the veterans, and I don't know, that just makes us feel so damn old.
It's good. I mean, I don't know about Jeff lah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's in the position. I like. Have you heard of him teaching the younger kids stuff like that? Because he clearly can't do it in the ring anymore.
I mean, Jeff Hardy is the kind of guy like, as a mentor, he'll probably be someone from prison. He's like the convict that's been in prison for a very long time. Then he's like, yo, you young birds, you gotta listen to the old birds, bro. Like that kind of mentor, I can imagine.
Okay, so unfortunately, I have nothing to say about this match because, like we talked about lah. To me, it was a good match, but there was like nothing to come of it. So okay lah.
It was a good TV match, but like again, I think the takeaway from the match is how over the respect people have for Randy Orton,
Sure.
and for some reason, Team Raw is winning all the matches.
Yeah, well, hey, Fox must not be happy about that. Then we go to Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the Women's Survivor Series match.
Okay,
Remember
this?
God.
At this point in time, I had work stuff to settle, so my mind was really taken out of it. But you know what? I don't think I missed that much. Please, Mr. Young, can you?
You did not miss much. Look, I'm sorry, but there is just something about that. Only like Toni Storm and Bianca Belair stood out to me because I think A, they wanted to highlight them, and B, they can work. You notice I did not say Sasha Banks because I don't know what it is about this program with Shotzi. I think maybe not just the green hair, maybe she is still too green. Like, did you watch their match on SmackDown?
I did.
It was fucking terrible. Like, I'm sorry, but I've gotten used to Sasha Banks having classics with Bayley, with Bianca Belair, and then she had that match with Shotzi, and it was shit.
Then you know the issue is not really Sasha Banks, it's really Shotzi, right?
Yeah, is it they just don't have the chemistry? I don't know what it is. They don't like each other. Sasha Banks also doesn't look like she's fully in it.
I mean, was Shotzi ever known for her in-ring prowess?
No, but she was just a character. Like, she was an entertaining character, but also not very compelling. if you ask me. She's just entered because she's interesting. She comes out on the fucking tank, right? So she just looks interesting. Now that she's turned heel rather suddenly, she's become a very bland heel.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. But I feel like in the interest of WWE trying to build new stars, that's what they need to do. They need to have the established people working with the younger people and get them to their level. And it's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of growing pains. Like, for example, when Riddle fought Randy Orton at the beginning, like, Riddle didn't really do a good job as well.
True.
It took time. But you're right. Like, Shotzi so far hasn't made really that much of a compelling impression. If it was me, I would have put Toni Storm in that spot. I would love to see Toni Storm fight Sasha Banks.
Yeah, I think she would have done better. I think she would have risen to Sasha Banks' level. And I guess the problem here is with Sasha Banks, she needs somebody who can rise to a level. If not, she's not... I don't want to say she's not strong enough to pull somebody up, but it was just...
She's not Bret Hart.
Yeah, she's not Bret Hart. She's not Shawn Michaels, you know. So, I know they're trying to push Liv Morgan as well, talking about the young ones, but Liv has a long way to go. In ring and on the mic as well. Zelina Vega, Queen Zelina, excuse me. It seems like they were giving her something, and then now she's in a 6:30 tag team with Carmella. Carmella is another one. So,
what about Rhea Ripley? What do you think about her performance?
Wow. I'm very sad to say I was like, oh, she's there. She's the token powerhouse. That's what I felt. She's so cold right now.
Rewind the clock back a year and a half. Oh, wow. She was so damn over.
Yeah, and now she's just like ice cold. They've completely buried her push and her momentum. Like they have, like we keep going back to it. They haven't been able to build a new star. They're trying so hard with Bianca Belair. They tried to book her strong, but it's just not working.
I mean, I think it's working to a certain extent. I mean, Bianca Belair had a breakout year 2021. Sure. I think she has already elevated herself to a level where she can go toe-to-toe with Charlotte Flair, with Sasha Banks, with Becky Lynch, and she has been put in all these prominent positions. So I think, if nothing else, at least this year they managed to build a new main roster star in Bianca Belair. But I think what you're trying to imply is probably Bianca Belair's rise, I think, was there in spite of WWE's idiosyncrasy. You get what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like, she's gonna be a star regardless.
Shayna Baszler, remember when the crowd was actually supporting her to get to the main event?
Yeah.
And then now she's just part of the team. You know,
she's part of the team.
And then of course there's Natalia who will always be there.
maybe she's not Bret Hart but she's Natty the Natty Neidhart.
Yeah, she's like the veteran who's I've been here long enough, so let me, you know.
Bro, clearly the biggest problem WWE have is they have an abundance of talented stars who are just not over.
Yep, not over.
No one can deny that they have potential, great ability, blah blah blah. But the number, if you count on the roster, how many people are over, right? Wow, I think you get less than 10 people in my opinion.
But and here's the thing, you have people who could be over, release.
Oh,
bye-bye.
We haven't even talked about Hit Row. We're gonna pain Mr. Young by mentioning their names.
I'm so tired, bro. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it was a shit. I don't even remember who won anymore.
Bro, fucking Bianca Belair, Team Raw won. Remember, everyone from Team Raw won.
Correct. Yeah. Because Bianca Belair.
I was just eyeballing the match. I knew the result, bro.
Yeah. Like, I watched the match. I rolled my eyes many times. It was a bit of a botch fest. They have too much green, and those that weren't green weren't strong enough to pull it up. You need to bring back Bayley. I hope Bayley gets back soon.
Yeah, I mean, I miss Bayley a lot, and also I feel like you said, like they've been pushing the same people for so many years, even in the women's division. That now they have to go through these growing pains. They have to build up under new stars, put them in this position, see where they sing or swing.
But what sucks is they are just not ready. And you had something with Nikki Cross. You had a little bit like there was a bit of a groundswell and died immediately.
Why the hell Nikki Cross is not in this match? I will never understand.
Yeah, like what did they think? 2 weeks. That's it. That's all we're gonna give you, and then. Transitionary champion.
Circling back to the first match, to the men's Survivor Series match.
Yeah.
Remember, for a couple of weeks, they were trying to tease who is going to be the final member of SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then we get a one-time Sheamus. I mean, okay, Sheamus actually did really, really well in the match.
No,
in my
he
opinion,
did. Yeah, he looked
to be
good.
fair.
And
he looked good, and he came across as a veteran.
Yeah, pairing him with Ridge Holland, I think, both from the UK.
Bruisers,
I guess,
you know.
yeah.
Sure.
They can
But
drink
that-
together.
But that's the point. Like, I don't know. I felt like, okay, if it was me and Team Raw had like a newbie breakout star in Austin Theory, they should have put someone in that position that could have used that momentum, you know?
Bro, but even Austin Theory being on the team was so cock. Do you remember what happened?
What, the ending?
Yeah, he came out to beat up one of the Mysterios. Adam Pearce actually came out. It's like, okay, I'm taking you out of the match, Ray, for reasons.
Yeah.
What? Okay. Then Austin Theory comes in, beats up Ray. You know what? You, like, what the fuck? Like, you making shit up on the fly?
No, that's one thing that sucked about it. But what made it even worse, do you remember? That was the final moments of Raw, the main event.
Yeah,
it was right after the Rey Mysterio vs Lashley match. I tell you, the crowd went mild.
it was. Who's writing this shit? Who?
Okay,
Like,
Mr. Young, you know what? WWE is gonna be taking a break. No, there's no pay-per-views this year.
Other than
right?
War Games.
Okay, War Games, which feature NXT 2.0 talent, so it's not gonna count. I issue you a challenge, Mr. Young.
Oh god, yeah.
I issue you a challenge. Okay, you know what? Let's build it up from here. Leading up towards WWE 2K22's release, right, bro? I want you and I want me to become general managers of our respective brands and let us book Raw and SmackDown all the way up until March. I think we can do a better job, bro. You become GM of Raw, I become GM of SmackDown, whatever it is.
What the fuck, bro?
I tell you what, we will fucking do better matches, and I tell you, the way we'll do it will be much better. You want to bet?
You know what? Sure, why not, right? But here's the thing. You know what I think is going to happen tomorrow on Raw?
What?
The wild card rule. Fucking, if you got Vince McMahon bringing both rosters together, he's going to pull some bullshit. You know some bullshit's happening tomorrow, okay?
I have no idea, man. Okay, well, we'll wait until Raw tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I tell you, bro, I issue the challenge. I tell you, people in chat, let us know. Who do you want us to be GM of for which show? And then we go build our talent and then we build our storyline. I think we can give more compelling shit.
You take Impact, I take NXT 2.0. No, but I'm kidding. Let's move on to the main event. Let's go. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman. They teased Brock Lesnar might be around, by the way, or something like that, right? They teased that his suspension is up.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the whole point is, will Brock Lesnar show up? Of course, we now know he didn't show up. Roman Reigns versus Big E. Here's the thing, like, it's two bruisers going at it. I thought it was a good match, so we go back to, you had a great opener, you had a great ender. But to me, other than the whole, you killed Woods, I'm angry, you killed Kofi Kingston, other than that, I was like, okay, like, you knew Roman Reigns was going to win. He's the poster boy.
Big E give a star-making performance in your opinion?
I'm going to be controversial. Honest. Okay, fine. Honest. I say no. I say nothing special. It was a good match, but I don't see him any better than he was previously.
I mean, I'm going to reluctantly agree.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, I think this reluctancy comes from the fact that you want Big E to succeed. I think we all want Big E to succeed and be like that next breakout star, but we have to be honest. Like, has anything that he's done been like, you're talking about, this is The Rock's 25th anniversary. You're talking about breakout stars like The Rock. Big E hasn't reached that. I don't know what it will take for him to, like, take that next step, become that next big breakout star, but this was not it.
I know what's the problem. Clearly, if you compare it with last week when Full Gear gave us a new AEW champion, a new young star in Adam Page, and the crowd has been wanting it. They have been asking for it. It was years of build-up. And you compare it to Big E, who was just literally handed the title opportunity. He just one time for fun announced on Twitter that he's going to cash in his money in the bank. And he just became a champion like that. When you compare the story and how they were built, isn't it obvious why he is not as over as he could be.
Yeah.
Nothing against his talent, nothing against his ability to perform.
Actually, you remember when he won the Money in the Bank? That was his most over, I feel.
Yeah.
People are like, yes, you deserve this. But then, yeah, you're right. After that, he was booked to shit. As in, he just made his call shot very obvious. Everything was a bit obvious.
And it was on a random Raw. It wasn't. He didn't even have his rivalry pay-per-view. You know, his matches with Lashley all on Raw. Wasn't even on any pay-per-view.
So yeah, I mean, but then you compare that to Roman Reigns, who has a 400 plus. Is it 400 plus already? His reign.
Yeah.
And
400 plus. Yeah.
Dominating. He won clean, by the way. There were no Usos, and I don't think Paul Heyman really got involved at all. So it was clean as a baby's bottom.
Okay, I got a question for you. Who did Big E defend his WWE title against during Crown Jewel?
Drew. Right, yeah.
You get my point, bro.
Wait, what do you mean? What's your point?
The point is his title challenges are fucking not memorable.
Oh, right, yeah.
And like he's had two challenges. He had Lashley, he had Drew. Technically big stars in WWE, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But that's the point.
And his title defenses haven't had any build. If you think about it, Drew was leaving to go SmackDown anyway.
No one gives no one would have cared.
Foregone conclusion. This thing with Roman Reigns, foregone conclusion. So
the only one that actually to be fair, he started to build interesting challenges in Kevin Owens, in Seth Rollins, but like they can't even pull the trigger on that until Survivor Series is done.
Yeah, unfortunately, and we come back to the whole. All the matches just happened to happen because of the theme of the pay-per-view. That's it. There was no build leading up to it. The best Survivor Series were always, there were stakes. There was brand supremacy on the line. NXT in that 1 year. Nexus,
the Authority losing their jobs.
Yeah, there was some reason for the brands to fight. Here you had the brands fighting each other. There was no build up. Oh, I'm team leader and I'm going to pick. No, they just fucking announced it on social media. And then Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville fucking around with the rosters for no reason.
The only way to know how unmemorable it has been. This time last year, who was the final survivor in the Survivor Series match?
This time last year?
Yeah, last year's 2020 Survivor Series, they had 5-on-5, right?
Yeah.
Who was the survivor?
I forgot.
Same.
Seth.
Is it Seth?
Yeah, I believe it was.
It's not Seth because Seth got eliminated, remember? He said, for the greater good, he kena bro kicked by Sheamus. Remember?
Okay.
That's when he took his break.
I don't remember. Yeah, let me just very quickly search this out.
Sure. Google it. But it kind of emphasizes my point. Bro, I consider myself a wrestling historian.
Last year was AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Keith Lee, Riddle, and Sheamus Team Raw survived.
So basically, it was a majority of Raw, right?
Yeah.
And the best part is, the majority of those people from that lineup are all fired already.
Well, no, AJ Styles is still there. Riddle is still there. Sheamus, 2 out of 3 still there. Yeah.
Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is that I consider myself a wrestling historian. You can name me any match from 2002 Survivor Series. I can tell you which match. Who was the final survivor at 2003. But the last couple of years has just mashed all into one because it's so forgettable. Yep. And I can't even remember off the top of my head.
True. Not memorable is sad. It's just really, really sad. So I don't know what is going on.
And also, I think the only way they could have been salvaged if there was a tease, there was like either Brock Lesnar coming out or there was a Roman, the Rock had a tease, whatever it was. But the fact that Roman Reigns kind of beat Big E kind of right down the middle, there wasn't even that much shenanigans.
Nope.
How does Big E even bounce back from this?
Stay away from Roman Reigns. Unfortunately, he's not at that level because Roman Reigns is such an overpowering presence. Yeah. Big E needs to start back on Raw and fucking just go through people and build these feuds with Kevin Owens, with Seth Rollins.
Like, in my opinion, WWE doesn't have anyone on Roman Reigns' level.
Nope. So anyone you put up against Roman Reigns is going to look like shit.
Yeah, but the problem is even John Cena, when he was at his highest peak, right? He had Randy Orton. He had Edge. He had people who like genuinely could threaten CM Punk.
Yeah.
But there's no one that you are rooting against to defeat Roman Reigns, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is there?
They are counting on Brock. And
Yeah.
Brock is not there.
But there's no main event babyface that you genuinely want to defeat Roman Reigns.
Yep. Well, this goes back to the same thing we've said right at the start. They have this major problem of building stars, new stars that people give a shit about at this moment. And that is a huge issue. That is something that AEW is doing decently well. Like, what a difference a year makes, you know?
Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, it goes back to building your stars. You can build your stars, right? No matter who the fuck they are, right? You will support them. Okay, bro. Give you best example. 2019, who would think that Dark Order would be one of the most over factions in AEW?
Right. They started out as a bunch of jobbers.
Fucking joke.
Yeah.
But they build and they build. They give them personality, them mistakes.
Well,
they make them go through so much shit.
And okay lah, to be fair, a lot of it has to do with Brody Lee becoming the head of the Dark Order, and then when he passed away, there's that lah.
Yeah. That helped. But again, Brody Lee came in and kind of like elevated Dark Order. The point is, I feel he has this problem where they give up on things too soon. They don't have no long-term planning.
Yep.
And I feel their so-called, in my opinion, biggest and most over things that have happened in their company, all from accidents, happy accidents.
Happy Corbin?
Yes, like very, very similar. Happy Corbin was an accident, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
well, listen, here's the thing. They did the poor Corbin. That was a happy accident. Then they made him happy, and now they're shoving him down our throats in the worst way possible.
yeah, who was the one in chat that said that WWE has this big problem of if something does well, they just double down on it.
Yeah, and they shove it straight down our throats to a point where it's disgusting and nobody likes it anymore.
Yeah.
Let's look ahead then. I think as much as I hate to say it, we need to get people caring and rooting for Big E again. We need to take the title off of him. Give it to Seth. Let Seth be the conniving heel that he is, and let him be dastardly. Let him, just fucking take his eye. Take Big E's eye, or give Big E some sort of Achilles heel, something like that.
I agree with you because I believe that Seth Rollins, in his iteration right now, in his character, he's most interesting, and I think he gives the title based on his hard work.
But the problem is, he's too interesting to the point where he might overshadow Big E. Because people were fucking like, and like
his
dancing.
song is quite entertaining.
So he's reached that level of he's a heel. We know he's a bad guy, but we also like him because he's so interesting and funny.
Side topic, does anyone feel like moshing every time he song? Because I really feel like I want to go into a mosh pit and start like moshing.
Oh, really?
No, the next part. Okay. Anyway, that aside. No, but I believe that's better, bro. I think I always believe in this quote, rising tides lifts all boats, right? That's what they say, right?
Lifts all boats, yeah.
Yeah, so you make Seth Rollins so fucking that Big E has no choice but to reach to that level.
Yeah.
If not, he won't get the title. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, sure. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
See, we just spent 2 minutes booking this and we've done a better job already. Nah.
Okay.
Armchair
Seth
booking,
Rollins as a heel champion running Raw, especially if Kevin Owens is leaving, I think he would make a great heel champion to carry Raw into 2022, in my opinion.
Yeah, and give somebody a reason to chase, give us a reason to care about the chase, culminating at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Fucking hell, we got Finn Balor there, we got AJ Styles, we got Randy Orton, we
didn't even talk about Finn Balor at all.
That's the thing. And Balor just came back to the main roster just had an awesome run on NXT. I don't know whether they have squandered his momentum, but I still have hope that he can be salvaged. Optimism in me.
Irvin says, does Seth need a stooge? Well, he had a teammate that used to be his follower. Remember?
Yes,
Austin Theory.
and his teammate is the final two with him.
Yeah, and they
you
completely...
No one highlighted that, huh?
No, nobody. They completely forgot. No, one of the commentators mentioned they had a history, but that's it. They like completely, didn't bring up the fact that he was his follower during the pandemic
because
era.
his real follower kena fired, Buddy Murphy. But you know what? I think wrapping up, putting a bow on Survivor Series, we know the issues with WWE.
Bro, putting a bow on Survivor Series is like putting a bow, a nice wrapping over a turd.
Yes,
It
which
still
is
smells.
essentially what we did.
Yeah.
But you know what? What made it entertaining was the fact that you guys can come and join us after the show.
Yeah. And
That's
us,
why it's entertaining.
yeah, us talking about it is probably more entertaining than anything else. As much as I enjoy them switching the commentators around, sometimes I don't know why it really annoyed me this time around. I think it's Pat McAfee. Unfortunately, Pat McAfee and to a very small extent, Jimmy Smits, he's not on that level yet.
Yeah. Okay, bro. Pop quiz, bro. Name me your favorite Survivor Series from the 2010s, one from the 2000s, and one from the 90s. So
Wow.
that to cheer up our listeners, if they want to enjoy a real Survivor Series, go and watch this pay-per-view. Okay, which one would you recommend? Let's go.
Okay, for this era, it has to be the Raw, SmackDown, NXT one. Has to be that one without a doubt. Like, but Attitude Era. Wow, I don't remember. Yeah. See, Survivor Series was never really my favorite like pay-per-view. It was always the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Like-
but okay, for the 2000 from this era, what I recommend is the 2016 one.
Okay.
That is the first era. That was like the first Survivor Series of the brand split, where they really had a proper blend split, and they really had Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan with Team SmackDown. They had Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon with Team Raw, and then they had that crazy first match of Goldberg back against Brock Lesnar.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so there was a lot of interest. Like that made it feel like a Survivor Series with Raw versus SmackDown. So
Yeah.
that's what I would choose. But okay, in the 2000s, there was actually a couple of really, really good. Do you remember anyone that stood out to you in particular?
Not really.
I can give a couple. Like 2002, the debut of the Elimination Chamber.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels winning the title, and of course, another big thing that happened was 2003. Remember they had the
Team Angle.
Austin.
Oh,
Yeah, Team Austin versus Team Bischoff, and then Team Angle versus Team
Lesnar.
Lesnar, yes.
Yeah.
Those were great people. And remember there was that Vince McMahon Undertaker buried alive match.
Oh God, yes.
I mean, like, but the point is, every match was interesting. They even had this crazy ass ambulance match. Kane and Shane McMahon. So if you ever want to watch, I think those two a little. Even like if you hated the Team Alliance whole storyline, Team Alliance versus Team WWE,
Yeah.
star-studded match. Come on.
It was.
Yeah. So like, I tell you, those 5 pay-per-views is much better than anything you'll see now.
Which is so sad. Like, given the amount of talent that we have right now that's in the WWE.
Yeah. Even with the release, with releasing Hit Row, with everyone that's gonna kick out of WWE, right? Even the ones that's left can still make a very compelling roster if they know how to book them.
Yeah. I mean, there's never been a doubt that they have the talent. It's just, what are they doing with it? All right, let's wash this bad taste in our mouth, wash it out with even more bad taste.
I mean...
Because now let's talk about the releases!
You know what? I just want to touch on the releases because... did you feel it, bro? Do you feel numb to all these firings already?
A little bit. But okay, to me, it really goes to show that it's like the departments are not talking to each other. They're looking at it purely on numbers and we need to cut X amount of money, so let's cut. They're not talking to the other department. Oh, who do you think, is a future star, that kind of thing. I feel like these conversations are not being had. And it also really feels like there's a bunch of old farts up there making these decisions that, I don't get this, therefore, okay, we can release them. I don't get it. Case in point, okay, here's the thing with these releases, some of them is obvious, it makes sense because they have no idea what to do with them. They haven't been on TV. It's just not working. Shane Thorne, aka what was he? Slapjack?
Slapjack. He was Slapjack.
Yeah, he was Slapjack, and then he just disappeared. I can get that because they had nothing for him. They didn't know what to do with him. Jason Riker. I mean, dude looks like a straight up psycho. Could have done a lot with him, but once Elias went away, and where is Elias? When is he coming back? He just disappeared.
Yeah. So that, like I said, a lot of these people, it makes sense why they were released.
Yeah. Drake Maverick. I mean, they tried to release him once. He cried on Instagram, and they hired him
way back to his job.
This time around, though, he did not cry his way back.
And he did a really, really great motivational promo to the point that even John Cena, shared it. He will land fine. I think he will go back to Impact. He will go back to wherever he is.
Yeah, I mean, but once again, like he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't even doing anything on 205. I don't think he was just showing up.
But I agree. Whatever he was given, he made it work.
He made it work. Yeah. Then you had Tegan Nox, who debuted on SmackDown with Shotzi.
Yeah.
I think they fired the wrong one, bro.
Tegan Nox could have worked. She could work.
She could have worked.
Only problem is she's perennially injured lah. She broken glass, bro.
Actually, see, that's the thing. That's probably the reason they released her, because if she's never going to be around, then it's like no point lah in keeping her. So I get it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Even John Morrison, I get. Because
does this hurt you though?
It hurts me because, like, I've said this, he's the most underrated guy they've had. Like, he may not be the John Cena, like the big main event guy, but at his age, he still looks amazing. He can, like, with Miz, he can cut decent, funny promos. He's a good second guy lah.
His legacy, I think, for his return these last 2 years is probably like giving Bad Bunny the match of his life.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'll never forget him for that.
And he's not like at his age, he's not a botch fest. Like, fuck. Yeah. You compare, actually, how much older is he compared to Jeff Hardy?
No, Jeff Hardy is older than him. I think he's in his 41, but Jeff Hardy is 43.
Oh, okay. But see, like, I feel like they're similar, but yet he looks a billion times better,
Yeah, I mean, he's shredded as fuck.
Yeah, and he can still do the moves. He can still fly high because, he's a parkour guy. And he could have been a good mid-card guy for sure.
You know what? I honestly would really like to see both him and Frankie Monet, aka Taya Valkyrie, in AEW.
Yeah, as a couple, because they are married in real life. So
as a couple, yes. And I just feel like Frankie Monet would definitely benefit the AEW women's division.
Yeah. And
I think Jomo would be a great veteran to having good matches with like the young high flyers like Dante Martin, Leo Rush. You know what I mean? So I think that would be a great landing spot for it.
But like I said, he's probably going to go to like one of the Lucha. Triple R. Actually, is Lucha Underground still around?
No, they're disbanded.
But
it's such a shame because he had a great legacy there.
So he'll do fine. There's no problem. He's got acting also, so I'm sure there's no problem here. Like, it's just what a shame. I'm a huge fan. But the biggest and like I said, I get it. He's not being used to do anything at all. The one big moment he had was at SummerSlam, and it fell flat as fuck. Remember him and The Miz trying to shoot water? Do you remember that abomination?
Oh my god, I have deleted it from my memory. Yeah. Thanks, bro, for reminding.
Maybe that's why after they saw that, they were like, it killed his momentum dead lah. But Hit Row,
Your guys.
What
they did on Arrival, bro? The moment it got released, what they did on Arrival?
When they got to SmackDown?
Yeah.
I like, here's the thing. In my heart of hearts, I was like, as long as they let them be them. Remember, we kept saying that. As long as they let them be them. And on NXT, they were allowed to be themselves. They did the cypher, they rap, all that shit. But the second they go to SmackDown, now looking back, hindsight, right? It's like, of course they would have been released.
They're never
going to be allowed to be who they are. Never.
What? They go to SmackDown, bro. Vince McMahon looked at them one time up and down and like, what do I do with them?
Oh yeah, I already have a Street Profits. I really have a New Day. Like, oh, you're rapping? Oh, he doesn't get it. I guarantee you he doesn't get it.
It doesn't. And the worst part is I thought they had like very diverse writers in the writers' room.
Apparently
Come
not.
on.
Yeah, no, it's like... And it's not like they had stinker matches. Like, they barely had 2 matches on SmackDown.
Yeah.
The crowd is also going, hey, bro, it's catching on. You need to give this at least a few months. No, it's like, what's it? 2 weeks, 3 weeks, gone, done.
One of the matches was a squash match. To be fair,
still,
and they had a good interaction with Sami Zayn that I really like. My problem is if now they gonna fire from WWE, right? They can't use the IP of Hit Row in their future. So I tell you, they just killed the careers of these three people.
Rohit.
Hit deadlifts or hit dumbbell press. Hit press.
Hit press. I mean, if they even end up in the same place, they might get all split up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it me, bro, or who's the guy that Tihu Tima Adonis? T Adonis?
Yeah.
He look a bit like Killmonger. He look a bit like Michael B. Jordan.
A bit, yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, they got a good-looking black man. Come on, lah.
And they got
Give it a
AJ,
chance.
who was on that Treasure show, so some people know who he is. He's a big guy. He can rap. He can perform. He's good on the stick. Like the fact that they just
Swerve Scott is like the best out of all of them.
Yeah. And then they got rid of all three. Like, why? You didn't even you didn't even give them a chance to sink or swim. That's my problem with it. Like, you know?
Yeah. The worst is like after BFAP left, they had photos and promotional pictures of just the three of them. Like, we're gonna continue this, you're gonna do that. And they get fired also. Like, what the fish?
Somebody
Stressful.
like, bro, it's very obvious lah. The WWE writers right now, or maybe not even the writers, maybe it's Vince out of touch. You know, like the writers can pitch things, but if Vince is like, what is this? No, and then the writers will never pitch something like that again because they scared, man. They also are scared for their own job, right?
But and at the end of the day, I feel that WWE will never, like, I don't think they can build any more new stars. They have not shown us that they can.
No, they chop the legs off anybody that's mildly getting a reaction. They're like,
and
no.
that's the problem. Like we've already predicted that if they never make an effort to build new stars, they're gonna reach a level where it's gonna be just Roman Reigns and a whole bunch of nobody.
But bro, can we now talk about? I don't believe we missed it, but they promoted on Survivor Series. They played the vignette package on SmackDown. Coming to SmackDown soon, bro. I'm excited for this shit.
The Protector.
Fuck lah, the Protector, Xia Li.
I am my father's daughter.
Hey, please, bro. She's trying, okay?
she does her best. Okay, come on. Okay, first of all, right. Okay, in spite of how much we might have issues with Xia Li, the character, you can't say WWE is not putting effort in her promos and vignettes, bro. She's been having badass hype promos, like even going way back to her Tian Sha.
Oh.
Like her Tian Sha faction.
Oh, you know the Mei Ying no more already, right? They're repackaging her again.
I know, and her name was Wendy
Chu. Wendy Chu. Like, what the
fuck?
fuck?
Why is her name like a character from Crazy Rich Asians?
I don't know what they are doing. They don't know what they are doing. It's like, okay, so fine, you get rid of the whole Tian Sha thing. She's a protector. You know, you give her a cool backstory like comic book. Like,
bro, I tell you, confirm plus Chop, right? One of the writers worked Shang-Chi.
They're like,
they confirm were like,
Shang-Chi, big hit.
Let's make the sister of Shang-Chi, the Xia Li character. Let's go.
No, you know this is going to be a clusterfuck, right? First, the problem is, first of all, she can't work. And then the crowd will turn on her. Or, no, actually, if the crowd turn on her, that would be a good thing. Because at least you get reaction.
Yeah.
It's going to be so bland. It's so fabricated. Like this whole comic book thing. Like, there's nothing real about it. And she cannot connect.
Okay, so Xia Li going there is spells doom for Boa, spells doom for Wendy Koo. Yeah. Like, no one gives a damn about them. Because I think even as bland as Xia Li was, she was still the main draw of that faction.
Yeah. This actually, I don't want to say it, but this doesn't bode well for Dante Chen. The way things are going in the WWE right now.
You know what? My hope is that no one from main roster knows about Dante Chen for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Until he gets so fucking over in NXT.
Yep.
And then if he goes to the main roster and gets fired within 2 weeks, at least he has the NXT legacy. You know what I mean?
No.
Bro, come on, let's just be honest. Like, anyone from NXT now, no one expects them to last that long in the main roster.
Yeah, unless you are Braun Breaker or Von Wagner. Also, talking about Von Wagner, he shows up on SmackDown in Adam Pearce's office for fuck.
Doesn't appear on Survivor Series. No mention of him anymore.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
what are they doing?
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, even though a lot of the NXT roster talents hasn't landed well or transitioned well to the main roster. Some of our current champions are NXT exports. We have Damian Priest. We have Rhea Ripley.
But this is from an
Cross.
era when NXT was actually good. Now now your current NXT era is like fucking, oh, let's have Cameron Grimes and this fucking poker guy play poker in the ring. I'm like, fuck this shit. Like what in the why are we watching this? Von Wagner looks like physically amazing, but he got a dopey ass face. I'm sorry, but
Is he physically amazing? Like I don't think he even looks that good.
he's just big lah.
Big lah,
And
big,
see,
sure, but like
that's the weird thing about the WWE right now. Like, same with Omos, same with Shanky, same with Aziz. They are big size, but they don't look jacked. Like, you had Braun Strowman and you are replacing this is like budget Braun Strowman.
yeah. So a very interesting stat that I saw was that the number of male main roster talents in WWE, there's only 2 guys in their 20s. Oh no, there's only 3 guys in their 20s in WWE right now.
Okay.
Can you guess who they are?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory, one of them.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yes, Dominic Mysterio. And okay, actually there's 4 lah. And the last 2 is Los Lotharios, Angel Garza, and Humberto Carrillo. I mean Humberto is like a star in the making lah.
Bro, relax. It's Humberto and Angel. They have no last names anymore. They dropped their surnames. Because WWE thinks that we're too fucking dumb to surnames.
No, but the point I'm trying to make is right, bro. The youth movement, right, is non-existent. And the guys who are in their 30s, who are supposed to be in their prime, are not over because they haven't been pushed.
Yep. So what you have a pay-per-view that just falls flat on its face. Bland as shit.
They are so-called young talents. Yep. Damian Priest is almost 40.
Yep.
Matt Riddle, who is 35, 36. Who the hell is their next? Like they fired Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, well, I mean, that one got issues lah, so...
Yeah, sure. But the point I'm trying to make is like, I can name at least 10 people who are in their 20s in AEW and who are actually over.
Yep. Sure.
So I think that's the problem.
Maybe that's why Vince wants everybody in the ring. He's going to deliver this generation's ruthless aggression.
We need more...
golden egg balls. Oh, fuck lah.
Let me find a synonym for ruthless aggression. I want more...
Merciless...
merciless...
anger.
intensity.
Okay, so the next... we heard it first on Kick to the Gut. The new era in WWE. Merciless intensity.
I tell you, even the name sounds so misconstrued and so annoying, like PR branding like that.
Yeah. Ooh, Tovakin brings up a quote from Tony Khan. I saw this quote as well. Tony Khan says, anybody who signs a contract with the WWE these days is not signing a real contract.
Yeah, I mean, respect to Tovakin for still staying on the podcast after 2, but I think that is the main crux of the issue.
Yeah.
If you are a free agent, if you're a rising talent, why the hell would you want to sign for WWE?
Then again, if you go to AEW and you're doing flip-floppity flies every single week, you might not have a very long career. And the thing is, they love to do all that shit, right? Some of these fellas putting their bodies on the line are never going to make it past Elevation.
Yeah,
so
agree.
There's that too.
Yeah. My hope is that Gable Stevenson, I just hope he just becomes Kurt Angle 2.0. Okay. I really hope he takes to WWE like a duck to water.
Yeah.
That's going to be my guy in the future. I mean, Austin Theory, I think is kind of going to be my guy soon enough.
Yeah.
Other than that, Dominic Mysterio, he has issues lah. He's not there yet.
I think what will put him over is his own dad. They need to feud. They need to build some sort of a father
next year
sons,
WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania storyline where they build up to it and it's going to be emotional. They'll fucking cry in the ring and Ray passes the torch or maybe passes the mask on to Dominic.
Yep. There's also been a lot of rumors that he's going to inherit his dad's name and call, because apparently Dominic wants to be called Prince Mysterio.
Ooh, you can't be Prince when Finn is there.
You can't be a prince. Who needs to be a prince when they can be a king? What's a king to a god?
Oh God.
What's a god to a non-believer? Okay, sorry, it's a Kanye West lyrics right there.
Fiaz says New Japan is the brand to watch. Oh, there was a big announcement, right? This year's Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan and Noah are doing a cross-branded deal.
A co-branded promotion, co-branded show. I think, you know what Japan is doing?
Yeah.
All the Japanese promotions are like, you know what, all this AEW and WWE is like taking a lot of their market share. Because just a couple of years ago, New Japan was the number 2.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, you know what, I'm going to check out this new product from Asia. But then now AEW has cannibalized into their market.
Yeah. So now they are like, okay, let's fight it all together. I mean, we are definitely going to watch Wrestle Kingdom lah. And, you know, we do it every year. And it's always very weird because it's like, I personally don't have enough time to watch all, right? So I usually go into Wrestle Kingdom like with clean slate. Like, I have no idea who is who, what the build are, but we'll still watch it and enjoy it for wrestling's sake.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate like people like Najwan and a couple of people who keep sending me like New Japan updates, like just keep me in the loop what's going on. I would say I'm like you, bro. I'm a casual New Japan viewer, but I believe that New Japan, the thing that will really increase them, and I think they need to lower their ego. They need to work with AEW. That is the only way they can increase their profile in the UK, in the US, and out here in the rest of the world.
Yeah, we've talked about this ad nauseum. AEW versus New Japan, that one pay-per-view will be like, what the fuck? It will be the pay-per-view that will send shockwaves, and it could be their WrestleMania, or like, people will definitely talk about it lah.
Yeah, and of course, we've also mentioned it, and I told you that during my interview with Billy Gunn, that's what they want to work towards. They want to have a super show and get everyone, like from all the other promotions on the card. Because I think the great thing about AEW is they are not tied down to like, they have this rule, they cannot work with other promotions.
Yeah.
They are the opposite. They want to collaborate with everyone. So I think everyone will benefit from that arrangement.
Tova Kim brings up a point about Dante Martin. I think in reference to us or me talking about, you know, them flip-flopping all around and stuff like that. He says Dante Martin is flip-flopping, flying around in AEW and he's doing fine. You see, he's only doing fine because of the people around him. I dare say, because he's bland as fuck, right? And that's his whole gimmick anyway. Like, he's this fresh newbie, like, I don't know who to sign with. But he's only interesting because of the people around him trying to steal him, take him. Yeah. If he was just flip-flopping around, he would be on Dark Elevation with nobody caring.
I think he needs to improve his personality, perhaps. You know, you got young guys. You cannot say he's too young and too inexperienced to not have a character, because MJF totally blows that notion out of the water. The thing is,
his character is having no character, if that makes sense. His character is that he is this blank slate, right? That's being led around now by Leo Rush.
I would even dare say Colton Gunn and Austin Gunn got more personality.
Oh my god, so I watched Rampage, right? So you had Billy Gunn versus fucking Darby Allin. Oh, and then I love how social media, like, you know, AEW social media, you know, because they had the face-off Sting and Billy Gunn, right? So AEW social media is the face-off we never thought we wanted, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this.
No, we never wanted it.
I still don't want it. Billy Gunn versus Sting. No, that's not interesting to me at all.
Yeah. I mean,
but kudos for you. Kudos to you for trying to imply that this is something big when it's not.
Respect Billy Gunn lah. I mean, like, the guy is fucking jacked at almost 60. You know what? He even puts Goldberg to shame.
He does. The way he can go.
Yeah, he can go. And his body is better than Goldberg. And he's like 5 years older.
Okay, now I remember the point of me bringing it up, right? Because he was there with his gun club, aka his kids. And the way that his kids were reacting on the side, you know, reminded me of who or not?
Who?
Rest in peace, Brian Crystal, The King's
Grandmaster Sexy.
Grandmaster Sexy. The way they... like, oh my god, they better tone it down. If not, they're gonna get go-away heat.
I mean... I would, like I say, it doesn't change my point that I think they have more personality than Martin.
Maybe it's too much. I don't know.
Okay, but the point is, I think they're doing a great job ushering the new generation, like getting them comfortable in front of the camera.
Yes.
Like now you introduce us Dante Martin, Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn, Brian Pillman Jr. In 10 years' time, when they are more established stars, like you can point back to how, you see, even 10 years ago, AEW was really hinting that they're going to be something.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Not getting 5 after 3 months.
Yeah. It's definitely something that we can all agree with. At this point, it looks like AEW is doing a better job at building their new talent, pushing them, putting them out there, and you have to, thank people like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk for being there. Like, I know, this was the plan all along. Yes and no, I feel, now that they have the right people to guide them.
Yeah. Okay. Going forward, looking to winter is coming. I know that for the AEW, what we're looking forward to most is how is Hangman Page gonna face off against Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Oh.
So that will be interesting. And of course CM Punk versus MJF. Yeah. So AEW has a lot of momentum going out of Full Gear. For WWE, what are you most looking forward to, bro?
The build towards Royal Rumble, lor. Like, I know Vinnie Mac he has to be dropping some big announcement on Raw. Even though the setup was dumb as fuck. Oh, somebody stole my egg.
Yeah. And of course, the WWE is going to take a break in December. I think we will probably do a couple more episodes and maybe just take like a week or two off right before we restart again.
Sure.
For Wrestle Kingdom and the road to Royal Rumble. Can you believe it, bro? Season 4 has gone past 40 episodes.
Woo! It's been way too much fun. That's why. Thank you to everyone in chat for being here, being part of the community and hanging out and making this like conversation so much more than just the two of us talking wrestling. Because, we got you guys here and stuff like that. Hey, do us a favor, by the way, if you haven't already, hit that like button and follow us. Subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube.
Yeah, man. Please, guys, continue supporting the podcast because we hope in the new year we give you more exciting content, and we try to expand this YouTube channel. Try to make more than just podcasts and live streams. We try to do more short form videos if possible. Try to get into it. Hopefully with more opportunity and more support.
That's right. Jin Long says, guys, do a recap of the wrestling stuff of 2021. Last episode. Ooh.
We'll look into it.
We'll definitely do a best of.
We can bring back our year-end awards, bro.
Oh, year-end awards. Let's go.
Yeah, we took a break. Last year, but I think it would be a great idea. We bring in our Kick to the Gut year-end 2021 awards.
The highly regarded year-end awards. Unfortunately, there's no local wrestling to speak of. So I remember that was a lot of fun. Yeah,
that was fun. But let's hope in 2022 the promotions SPW and Grapple Max comes back. But I think it will be a great time to look back at AEW and WWE.
Oh yeah, lots to talk about. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for today, huh?
Yes.
I despite Survivor Series, hopefully there are interesting and fun things to come leading up to Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom. So the thing about wrestling is even if the product sucks, there's always something to talk about. So the community is what makes it great. So thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you so much. And of course, next week we'll see what happens on Raw. We'll see what happens. What Vince McMahon says.
Bro,
of course, AEW.
The
coming.
The egg cup. That's gonna be a thing. He's gonna create the egg cup.
Try Wizard tournament better, bro.
Oh God, yeah. We'll see what comes of it, and I'm sure there'll be something for us to talk about. If you missed any of the episode, as always, it'll be up on the VOD on YouTube. Or if you just want to listen to us, don't want to see our faces, that's cool. You can always check out Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe there as well.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us. A bit later than usual. Of course, you have to blame the pay-per-view for ending so late.
You know what? They could have just eliminated the whole Survivor Series women's match, and I would have been fun, and it would have been ended at the right time.
Just nice. Yeah, just nice. I think it would have been fun as well.
But okay, anything else you want to plug before we head on out of here?
No, not really. I'll plug it once it's confirmed. Let's just put it there.
Oh, so something is brewing, huh? Akan datang, watch this space. Foreign has something cooking. If you smell.
Yes. In the meantime, please check out my recent single Deadlock, featuring Charles Hinero, out now on Spotify, iTunes, on YouTube. Please support your musicians.
That's right. Go stream it like 100 times. Put it on repeat. You go work out. You think of Foreign, pushing you on while you're bench pressing shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way, bro.
I'll be streaming later tonight at 7 p.m. on my Twitch channel, Mr. Young 98. Come join me. We'll be playing a horror game, Visage. It's gonna be fun. Come watch me jump scare and scream and shriek and stuff like that.
Oh, that would be fun, bro. I'll come say hi.
Please do. All right, everybody, thank you for hanging out. As always, it has been Mr. Young.
and it's foreign in the building. Take care.